we plan a class meeting, which is for like the ninth grade, and make sure the ninth grade is all on the same page. And each time we have one once a month, a crew will lead it. So my crew led one of the very first ones, so I felt like motivated, like I need to take part in this. I need to like make sure this goes well with my crew. I was kind of like one of the main people planning it. So I was like, I planned this, I need to work hard on it, I need to show my pride that I planned this, and I needed to talk to the grade. So I was like encouraged to speak up more and be able to talk to people about what's going on in the ninth grade and what's going to be coming up. So it's hard for me to get up on stage and talk to a group of 100 students because it's something that I never did before. So doing that, it just helped me able to strengthen my courage and just be able to get up there and talk.
I had to do a physical challenge, and I'm not really that athletic. So when I'm here thinking, oh, what can I do? Can I go running or something, or maybe lift weights? And then I saw this poster for cheerleading tryouts. So I was like, oh, I'll do that, just as a joke, just to have like a good hurrah, just like laugh, like, oh, I tried out for cheerleading. But then during that week of tryouts, I really saw that it was something I loved. Because myself, I'm a dancer. So I dance all the time, just anywhere I could be in my seat. And I'm just like, hey, like just dancing all the time. So when I went to cheerleading tryouts, I was just like, oh, wow, this is like really fun. This is like, it's a sport. I've never really done a sport before. And it's something I love. It's dancing. So when I got the slip that said I had made it, I like felt really successful because one, the first male cheerleader to ever join the team in my school, and two, was just finally a sport, an athletic that I love and really want to continue throughout my high school, college, maybe into my life. So, and this school really helped me do that because I feel if I was in another school, I probably would have been really discouraged. Like, people probably would have started talking, like, crap about me, or just saying like, oh, you can't do that, like you're fat or something. But being in this school, being with this environment, this atmosphere, you really feel that you can be successful in anything. Like, even if you get a 2, you feel successful because it's, for a fact that even though you didn't get the grade you wanted, you did your best.
Intensives are a time of year. We do them twice a year, once right before winter break and once at the end of the year in the last couple days. And they're a group of 3 or 4 days where there's options for students to pick an intensive, and it sort of is an opportunity for them to do something, whether either that they love or that they've never tried before. They had a kayaking intensive where we brought kayaks into the pool area and we did flips and all that. I was a part of that, and it was really interesting to kind of get out of my comfort zone and try something new. That was really fun with a group of students who I never really talked to before. And there was also a soccer intensive, which was started by a student to kind of because he loved it and he knew other people loved it, so he started it and he got a teacher on board, and he mainly ran it. He came up with activities to do throughout the week. He came up with a place to go and like times for lunches and stuff. So that's really interesting to see that a student could just plan out a whole intensive a week and then get a teacher to sign off on it, and then he could kind of run it.
My music actually does play a major role in my academics when it comes to ELA class or anything that has to do with presenting any piece of work, even if it's not literature. So, for example, if I was in ELA class 4 months ago, we did a poem called an I Am poem. So the I Am poem had to be 100 lines, and it had to be who you are. So it's a poem, so I was able to write about myself, and it took me 5 hours to write the 100 lines because it's about me. There's a lot of things that people don't know about me from school, even though they have been with me since 6th grade, that I'd like them to finally realize who I really am. So I took the time to make a big plot like, this is who I am, this is what I want people to know about me.
I do a lot of work outside of the school, but all the work that I do outside of the school started within the school. So Right now I sit on the executive board of the Springfield Democratic Committee. I've done everything from manage to intern to do the press for local campaigns ranging from ward city councilors to state senate campaigns. And so I've really started building a political career in Springfield already. But I started out doing things like student council at my school. And I started out doing things like being representative to the school board from the school. I started out being on the governing board for the school. And that was where, as a middle schooler and as a freshman and a sophomore, I was able to really learn all these skills in a more small community that really took me seriously because I was a student at the school. And then I was able to transition that with an internship that I started in my junior year, and then a little bit before that as well, into the greater Springfield area.
Outward Bound. It was one of the hardest times in my life. I cried like every day because I wasn't used to that. And when I came back, we had to reflect on how Outward Bound kind of like changed who we are and see if it kind of like pushed us to be a better person and see if we changed from it. And while I was writing my essay, I found myself really kind of seeing that after Outward Bound, I had to take like some leadership roles of like leading my group through the forest at like 1 o'clock in the morning just to get to our next campsite and all this stuff. And I found myself kind of like understanding that entering 6th grade at my school, I was really shy, and going through 7th and 8th grade, I was like still trying to come out of my shyness, but definitely after Outward Bound, funny how it was one of the hardest experiences for me. It really kind of helped me turn into like a stronger person, more of like a leader, I like to say. Like I kind of call my transformation from like 6th to 12th grade like a butterfly kind of like coming out of its cocoon and like getting ready to fly and going on to like college and having to spread my wings there. So definitely after Outward Bound and after taking those leadership roles, just like coming back and reflecting, I really kind of saw that I really changed.